We've got, and start at the top here. We've got radical Christians seem to be outliers. How do you encourage or promote risk-taking when you don't see it modeled by staff or older people at church?
Wow.
Ooh, who wants to tackle that one? We got to make this kind of a lightning round for time's sake. So,
I would say really quickly, being a younger person, I feel like you can't. I think the majority of people, most people don't like taking risks. So so that's I think that's true for non-Christians, for Christians, for everyone. There are certain reasons why specifically Christians do not like taking risks, geared towards safety and whatnot. That's maybe a little bit more unique to Christians, but no one likes taking risk. So I feel like we can't just look to staff or older people or whatnot. We have to look to Jesus at the end of the day. Jesus took crazy risks. He died. He risked his life, right? So I think Jesus has to be Jesus has to be our model. I think, man, there's just so many good passages out there on being radical. I think if you're not radical as a Christian, you really have to question whether you believe in Scripture. Jesus tells us to carry our cross. So that's all I'll say. Look to Jesus.
For me, there's two things. I think if you haven't seen Outliers, because my experience is actually quite the other way. Most of the most outrageous, radical people that I've ever met are Christians, because they don't have anything in it for themselves to do it. They're taking chances where the value of taking that chance isn't like, I'm going to jump 25 buses on a motorcycle. What do I get? Sponsorship and $1 million contract for the next big thing. But I've met and read about these Christians who are taking these incredible risks, not only with their own lives, but with their families' lives. And for what? To share gospel. And they kind of disappear, right? Their name isn't important, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So I want to encourage you, whoever this is, to go actually do some more research, because there are some radical models out there. The second thing is, there is no such thing for me in terms of seeing risk modeled and doing it, because it still comes down to a choice you have to make. You can see all the bungee jumping videos you want on Instagram, but when you go to the ledge, that's still you that has to take the step off and trust in that line behind you, which I think is crazy. I would never do it. But my point being, right, I can see as many of those things and read about as many of those things as possible, but until you take a step of faith, right, and it's not. The other thing about risk-taking that I kind of want to encourage is, people who just jump off cliffs without looking over first, that's a lemming. You're doing it because somebody else did it, so I'm going to do it too and hope that works. That's not what I think a step of faith is. It's actually looking over the ledge, going, oh yeah, that's certain doom, that's certain death, that's stupid, but I'm doing it out of faith anyway. It's seeing the risk, understanding it, measuring it, and still taking that step. That's risk for me. So I think it's important to read about these things and find those models, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to you. Yeah, you and God. Yeah.